higher rates of violence and understaffing and safety conditions and safety concerns. And data shows that private facilities frequently report significantly more inmate-on-inmate assaults. So it's just a dangerous place and a dangerous situation for people to be in, and understanding that they're purposely trying to put black bodies inside of these places is crazy. And knowing that they are destroying black families and have removed men from homes, and we know that they have removed black men from homes for nonviolent offenses, and they have longer sentences, really has destroyed some of the black community and the fabric of the black community. You got young kids growing up without a father inside the home. So my biggest takeaway from my deep dive is that I believe all this was done by design. I really do believe that all this was done by design, and that this government and these people will do anything to sacrifice black bodies. They will. We're the first ones to go. Whether it's the economy or whatever it is, they'll feed us to the wolves for any profit. But this has been Truth to Power with Kyle Walls on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. I appreciate y'all listening in today. Make sure y'all watch and stream us live always here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. The Tory Lowe Show is up next for 1 to 4. Truth Nation, thank y'all. Peace out. I love y'all, and I will see y'all tomorrow.
Listen to the home of the 5K Gruber Cash Giveaway. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. The award-winning 1017 The Truth proudly celebrates Black excellence and the most monumental moments in our history. Tune in for Dr. Ken's trivia, spotlighting powerful facts and moments you need to know. And Tory Lowe's Our Voices, Our Stories, amplifying the youth, perspectives, and lived experiences that define who we are. Celebrating Black excellence, celebrating our history. All month long on 1017 The Truth.
Truth Nation, mark your calendars for Friday, February 20th for the second annual Truth Community Awards, hosted by Homer Blow and Bailey Coleman, celebrating individuals making a real difference in our community. Tickets are on sale now. Visit 1017thetruth.awards.com to learn more. The Truth Community Awards are sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, the Milwaukee Bucks Foundation, Gruber Law Office, Steinhoffels, Cousin Subs, and 3rd Street Market Hall.
Check it out one time.
Truth Nation, great morning. Welcome to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM. We're inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. I am the legendary Homer Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Elzy in the building.
Great morning, bro. How you doing and feeling, man?
I am feeling excellent. It is Hump Day Wednesday.
Yep.
And we are getting this money.
That part. Again, want to just say, man, listen, you know how you can get surprised? Now, one of our teammates, friend, brother, he wasn't surprised because he was made aware. He was made aware that he was receiving an honor from the City of Milwaukee Common Council, all of the elected alderpersons. And they have a thing where it's the 28 days of Black History, Milwaukee, Black History of Milwaukee. Mm-hmm. And so I'd heard and seen Sherwin Hughes from Truth with Sherwin Hughes.
Sherwin been talking about it for a minute.
Yeah, he's been talking about it for a minute. Hey, I'm getting an award, but I'm also going to be on the road to the key to the city because, he's on that. He's on a mission to try to get a key to the city. And so he was, saying, yep. I'm getting honored, and he had an abbreviated show on yesterday so he could get down there to City Hall. And so, I mean, I seen him basking in the glory and the sunshine of being recognized and all of that. So I'm happy for him. I'm like, yes, yay. That's a dope thing. That's a situation, man. That's a situation. So I'm knowing why he's getting off, and I'm seeing his posts and talking about, yep, I'm in, and everybody, congratulations and all that. So I'm like, okay, all right. So yesterday morning, busy day for me all day yesterday, right? So again, here for the Truth in the Morning show, got off, had to go straight to the residence. You know, my birthday party for the kids, 32nd annual. It's coming up on Saturday, June 27th. So I've been buying electric ride-in cars for the children and bikes since last year in December, and then ended up buying some more, you know, as the year, you know, we got into 2026. So I had some more electric ride-on cars for the littler children as well. And deliveries were coming. So all week I've been having deliveries.
Yeah, it was a hectic day yesterday.
Yeah. So then I had a meeting with Brother James Causey and John Dietrich from the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. And they have a panel coming up March 7th called Behind the Gun. And I'm one of the panelists. So we had a Teams meeting. And so I'm on that. And then another delivery. So I'm like, okay, yep, in, hold on. So I'm doing that. Then it gets to about 1 o'clock, but I'm seeing all early in the morning on my social media, congratulations, Homer. Congratulations, Homer Blow. Congratulations. And I'm like,
what I do?
Yeah, I'm like, what I do? And then some say, congratulations on your award. I'm like, what award?
It could have been an old award. You didn't know. But
no, I'm thinking that, okay, they thinking that because me and Bailey are hosting the Truth Community Awards, that they thought I was being awarded or something. I'm like, okay, I'm not figuring this out. And I kept seeing that all morning on my social media, some people texting me. And then at about 1:02, I ended up going into our Conference MKE group with Vaughn Mays and all of the Conference MKE team. And I saw Liza said, congratulations, Homer Blow, and had all the little confetti and all the emojis. Yeah. And then it had a screenshot of a picture. I clicked on it, and I was like, okay, 28 days of Milwaukee Black History. And I'm like, okay, I'm looking down row 1 and row 2. I'm like, yeah, that's dope. That's dope. I get to the final row 4, and I'm in there. So I should have been where Sherwin was rushing off to.
Sherwin been talking about it for 2 weeks.
Yeah, man.
Listen.
I didn't know. So somebody had dropped the ball on calling me. And so I just took it on. I said, you know what? I know this started in the morning and it's probably over, but I'm going to go down here. So I didn't put a jacket on or anything. And I just went down there. I left and rushed down to City Hall without speeding and caught a parking space right there with my VIP pass that you get to park there. So I put my VIP pass up, put the flashers on, went in. And it was still packed.
It was still packed.
And
did you go up on stage when you went in?
No. I mean, I didn't because they were doing the closing.
You were just talking to people.
Yeah,
but that's
and
crazy.
all while I was walking through, everybody was, congratulations, you deserve it, congratulations. And I was telling everybody, I didn't know. So somebody that was supposed to let me know, inform me with an email or whatever, it didn't happen. But I'm glad that I was able to get down there, and they still located my my certificate and recognition. And so I was able to get that, and able to, Alderwoman Malele Cox was able to get me one of the commemorative books. So I got, all of those things. But yeah, I didn't know. And because if you know me, I'm honored, I'm humbled, and I would have attended. I would have, I'd have been there on time. They had a seat with my name on it and all kind of stuff.
So the seat with your name on it said Homer Blow on the back, and it was empty.
Yeah,
you just didn't care about Black history, huh?
Right. So, but Alderman Russell Stamford II is the one that ended up nominating me. I ended up finding out because everybody was like, "Who?" Alderman Mark Chambers was like, "Man, we gonna find." Everybody was like, "We gonna find out." What happened? So he was like, somebody dropped the ball, unfortunately. But he said, he went up there, and when he announced it, and I wasn't there, he said, but everybody in there was saying Homer Blow when he showed my picture and name. So
I got a secret to tell you.
Okay.
I knew.
You know, this is when you get a buzzer like, bruh, how?
I knew before Sherwin knew.
Bruh.
I knew there was, people, I still talk to people down in City Hall.
Yeah.
And so I knew there's like your man's and them getting nominated. I was like, oh, that's dope. Mm-hmm. And because I was waiting on, I wanted them to tell you so you can be surprised. I didn't want to ruin the surprise. But then when you weren't saying nothing, I was like, maybe he don't want us to know or something. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe, it's not that big a deal to him or something. Because Sherman was talking about it like,
man,
he was winning a Grammy.
Yeah. Because it's a huge honor.
It is, but you wasn't saying nothing. So I wasn't saying nothing. I didn't want to ruin it. Maybe somebody wanted to surprise you at the last minute.
Man.
I didn't know. But I knew when your name first went in the hat. And then they had to pick people, and then they's like, okay, these are all of the names that the auditors put in, and then they go through and they pick people. I knew the whole process. So, my bad. But I thought you knew, though.
I didn't know.
I thought you was already knowing that.
I had no clue.
And you didn't say anything. And I should have known, because usually you would talk about these things.
Right.
And you didn't say nothing.
I absolutely didn't.
And I just thought, okay, he don't want me to know.
I didn't know.
I was feeling away. Maybe he don't want me to know.
No.
Because I used to work at the city and he's getting honored and I ain't. But that's okay. My time is coming. But I didn't know.
Yeah, and neither did I. So we are on the same page. Just
My
you
bad,
had a
Homer.
Yeah, you had a
well, at least y'all know I can keep a secret. I should have told you. But I didn't want to blow your surprise. No pun intended. I didn't want to blow your surprise.
Right.
I thought it was a great honor, and I thought you should get a call from a city official saying, "Hey, you know what? We're honoring Big Dog Marv Pratt." That's what I call him. I call him Big Dog.
Absolutely.
And you're on that list as well.
Right.
With all of these great people, Homer, for the work that you've done, I'm giving you your call right now.
Thank you.
You're on that list now for all of the great work that you've done for the city of Milwaukee with your Homer Blow Foundation, with your birthday parties for the kids, all of the things that you do for the city of Milwaukee. We think it's time that you get your flowers. And so now you've been nominated as the 28 Days of Black History Month.
Absolutely, which is so.
That's what I would have said.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, and I would have been honored to get that. But shout out to all of the alders that were part of the nominations, and to everybody that was chosen. Man, it was a lot of great people. Man, it was a lot of great people on that list. I know Andrew, OG Andrew is lurking. I did put in the chat that we have 3 of the screenshots of one, the picture of me that I isolated, the picture of the actual certificate for this particular huge honor and what it meant, and what it says, like 28 days of Milwaukee's Black history. Throughout the month of February, Milwaukee's Black history makers are highlighted on the homepage of the City of Milwaukee's official website and on the City Channel. The prominent online spot gives students and Milwaukeeans a chance to learn about and to honor some of the city's notable and unsung heroes. And again, the certificate says, in recognition of Homer Blow, for being selected as a 2026 28 Days of Black History honoree. On February 10th, 2026. And that, so it's up on the YouTube screen. So those of you who are watching us live on YouTube, make sure while you're there, you hit that like and subscribe button. We are at 6,000, Dane.
Are we?
6,000.
My YouTube is messing up, so I can. It does say 6,000.
6,000, bro.
6K.
Yeah. Hey, we got applause.
We got applause for that.
Yeah.
Send up the sirens. Do something. It's 6,000.
Yeah, we got to make some.
I remember when it was 5.
Right,
Seemed like just yesterday it was 5.
Absolutely.
Now it's at 6. We
well,
growing.
Think about it. We were on when we got to 5.
Right. So we're growing.
Yeah,
we're
definitely
on again when we at 6.
Yep.
That is, appropriate because we pulling them in, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shout out to you. Shout out to Bailey. Shout out to everybody that works at The Truth on air. Shout out to, Ken Harris. Shout out to Kyle. Shout out to Sherwin. Shout out to Tori. Shout out to DT.
Yep.
Shout out to GP.
Yep.
Everybody that hit this airway. Shout out to all of the producers.
Absolutely.
We killing
Absolutely.
them right
Absolutely.
now.
So we got this. We got this. We got to get ready to take care of our first set of bills. When we return, we're going to talk about Karen Tyler, who has been with the City of Milwaukee Office of Violence Prevention, and then through the change of the Office of Community Wellness and Safety. And we had Adam Purcell, but now the mayor has nominated her to become the new director. But we'll talk about that when we return. Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM. The Truth will be black.
Tune in to the award-winning 101.7 The Truth Community Spotlight this Wednesday at 3:57 p.m. between the Tori Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. We'll be speaking with Nicole Acosta, Director of Impact Engagement at Peak, and Tyreka Barnes, a parent of students at Peak. They will discuss how your child can do summer different through their free summer programming in Milwaukee and camp in Boscobel, Wisconsin. Again, that is the Community Spotlight this Wednesday with the Kellogg Peak Initiative at 3:57 p.m. on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Experience, knowledge, results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
Day 1, diagnosis day. The hardest day. The day you hear,
I'm sorry, this is a type of blood cancer.
But day 1 is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day 1.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth Nation, welcome Black. Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM, The Truth. Again, I am the legendary Home Blow. One of the 28 days of Black History Month in Milwaukee. Yeah.
28 days.
Yeah. We're even. I'm saying we're even.
We are.
All right.
And you know what? Shout out to OG Andrew, who makes all of the clips and does all of the heavy lifting for us.
Yes.
When y'all see those clips on YouTube, that's my man Andrew that's doing all of that stuff. So shout out to him because
OG Andrew.
OG Andrew got us like OG Bobby Johnson.
Bailey, yeah.
He got us to 6,000. He's the one that's been the driving, one of the driving forces of it. And I didn't mention his name.
Right.
So he came in and he was like, oh, so you're not gonna, And I'm sorry, brother.
Yeah.
Please forgive me.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. I was not being racist because you're the only white guy, and I didn't mention you. Don't feel away. It wasn't that. I know that's probably what you felt. Oh, because I'm white, he ain't gonna say my name. No, I'm not that bad. I give white people credit too. So, especially when they OGs.
That part. Let's see. So we've got Karen Tyler, who has been again with for all that I can know through several directors and people that have led the Office of Violence Prevention, which is what the office was initially for some years, and it went through a few different directors. And then Adam Purcell, and she was in running for the director position of the Office of Community Wellness and Safety, but Adam Purcell ended up getting the position. And again,
was she
like a soldierette? Yes,
she was one of the three finalists, right? And then the first one turned it down,
right?
For reasons we have, expressed that our theory is.
Yeah, that part. And so now the Mayor Cavalier Johnson, has nominated her to lead Milwaukee's Office of Community Wellness and Safety. And after Adam Purcell stepped down, and after the city attorney determined that under the state constitution, a convicted felon cannot lead the department, on Tuesday, February 10th, Mayor Cavalier Johnson named Karen Tyler to take over the department pending Common Council approval. Tyler was a finalist for the job last summer. She spent nearly a decade working on the city's violence prevention efforts, including serving as interim director. Members of the public will have the opportunity to hear from Tyler at a community town hall meeting on Thursday, February 19th at the Missing Piece Community Collective, beginning at 6 p.m. Pack it out, people.
Yeah.
Pack it out.
Absolutely.
Pack it out. This is one of the things, I'm a stickler with these kind of things. Like, come on, people. We got opportunities. We got chances here to really help to make a difference and show our support.
Absolutely.
And this sister's definitely been dedicated to the cause and to the fight. And even when people may not have recognized when she was put in the interim position, this is how all of the entities were working under the Office of Violence Prevention. And you get what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's her time. It's her time.
It is.
And because if you ain't showed your loyalty and dedication, like I say, that's the kind of thing that impresses me. That's the kind of thing that makes me say, okay, yeah, this person truly deserves it.
And maybe this is the way it should have been.
Mm-hmm.
I always say everything happens for a reason. There are theories as to why the reason for this happening and Purcell not being able to stay in that position. We understand the state laws and stuff, but how did it get to that point? That's theories. I gave mine last time we talked about it, but this is about Karen and her coming up through that system. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've worked at the city for 26 years before just quitting in November. And she came up in the system, right? And sometimes when you work for the city and they bring in other people, you be like, man, but this person right here, they may not get along with everyone because you're going to ruffle some feathers coming up in the city. I know there's a lot of people in the city probably don't like me. Most of the people. Because they say, whatever. But I got the work done. You know what I'm saying? Things happen. You know what I'm saying? Like Homer would have known.
Right.
That he was nominated. Things happen, right?
Yeah.
And so Karen is one of those people that gets things done. Whether you agree or disagree, she knows how it works. She knows how to make things better because she's come up. It's like A-Rod coming up under Brett Favre. It's like Love coming up under A-Rod. It's like when you come up in the system, sometimes it's good because you see where things need to be changed and what things work well because you've done it. And so it's not like you're recreating the wheel all over again. And OVP, as it formerly was, and the Office of Community Wellness, wasn't out of shape. It wasn't not doing what it was supposed to be doing, but it can do some things better. And maybe coming from the inside, she could see that and make things better. She would have been my choice from the outset. You know what I mean? Not only is she black, she's a black woman, and we're talking about a city that is minority majority, and you need to have that representation. And in these certain situations, in these certain jobs, representation matters.
Right.
And that's a fact. You can't deny that. And so congratulations to her. And I know she's going to do an excellent job. You know, one of my daughters worked under her as an intern during some of the summer months. She loves her. You know what I'm saying? And so shout out to Nyla and shout out to Karen. But I'm happy for her, and I'm looking forward to see what she's going to do.
Absolutely, absolutely. So Karen Tyler, has been a long time coming. But again, your patience also shows your dedication to making Milwaukee a greater and safer city. Because, you know, when you go through a lot of different turnovers like that, it's like they say only the strong survive.
Right.
And so for her to, you know, go through sometimes feeling that and she hasn't said this, you know, to me, but I know how I could feel like, damn, y'all looked over me again. Damn.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Damn. So that's just my personal thoughts.
And listen,
it's not anything that Karen said.
Being in the city and working for this, you apply for jobs within the city, and you be like, damn.
How this person?
Why this person get what? and a lot of times it's nepotism. A lot of times it's the old boys network. And even with our own black people, is you got to be in the right clique. You got to be in the right, know the right people. It ain't about your resume.
Right.
And right now, hopefully, she has the resume. And so I would have supported her from the beginning. And, I got on the mayor about not doing things and not picking and black people leaving. And you lost those 4 that I've mentioned. If you listen to the show, I'm not going to run through it again. He got it right this time.
Yeah.
And I'm man enough to say that. And I jump on people's ass all the time, but I also acknowledge when somebody is getting something right. And I think in this moment, he got this one right. Now, the road he had to take to get there, okay. I'm not, but I give him that credit. You pick somebody that I think is going to do an excellent job and continue the greatness that has been set forth by some of the previous people in that position.
Yeah. So to Karen Tyler again, early congratulations in advance. This is something, again, I hear people say and express to me a lot like, hey, you deserve it, you this, that, and the other. So this is one of those situations where we get it. You get what I'm saying? We get it. And if you really know about the work that's being done, it's a lot of great people that are working with these organizations. And even though you may see different trends in certain areas, and really I think last year was just basically the homicides. If you look at a lot of those the amount of non-fatal shootings, I mean, again, a lot of these things, and even though the homicide rate was up, it could have been a lot worse if it wasn't for some of the community violence interrupters that are doing their jobs under the Office of Community Wellness and Safety, under 414 Life, under Credible Messengers, under Cream City. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
All of these different entities coming together, Conforce, MKE, all of this different stuff, it means something, and it helps the numbers go down.
Yeah, it does. And again, y'all, I say this again. I talk about Baltimore a lot. Shout out to everybody in Baltimore that may be listening, because I know there's people out there. I got people out there that listen. And what they're doing, but we have to realize what they're doing was basically started here.
Right.
And I'm not saying that because I'm a hometown guy and I love Milwaukee, and Milwaukee oftentimes gets overlooked. But it started here. The thoughts and the way that they're going about doing things and making violence an epidemic and a health issue and and racism and all of that stuff started here. And until we pick back up that mantle and run with it, we are always going to be lagging behind.
That part. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. The True Talk text lines are open, 833-212-1017. If you have some comments about Karen Tyler being nominated to take over the Office of Community Wellness and Safety, we'd love to hear from you. I'm sure she'd like to hear from you as well. And don't forget, coming up in the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to be talking to community advocates, and that's going to be a very important and powerful interview because community advocates has been helping people in the city of Milwaukee with a lot of different issues for a long time. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM. The Truth will be black.
City Conference season is coming down to the wire, and we have a battle of two of the top teams in the City Conference Gold Division. Tune in Thursday night as the Milwaukee Hamilton Wildcats go on the road and look to knock off the top team in the City Conference, the Milwaukee Juneau Pioneers. Tip-off is set for 7 o'clock. The City Conference Game of the Week on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com is sponsored by Milwaukee Public Schools and presented by Gruber Law Offices.
Did you forget the first day of school is this week and little Nancy still needs her name embroidered on her backpack? Or the company shirts are due now, not next week? Maybe the boss just declared Steve's retirement party is today and the shirts are mandatory? Whatever the rush, Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more in Mequon has got you covered with fast turnarounds, no minimums, eco-friendly printing, and high-quality custom apparel. Big Frog brings your custom ideas to life fast. Stop by Big Frog in Mequon or visit bigfrog.com/Mequon. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more, where your ideas leap to life.
Truth Nation, it's time once again to celebrate excellence, passion, and the power of community at the second annual Truth Community Awards, happening Friday, February 20th at Venue 3 inside the 3rd Street Market Hall in downtown Milwaukee. This award show will honor the unsung heroes who show up, give back, and make a positive impact in our community every single day. We are rolling out the red carpet and showing love to those who truly deserve it. Buy your tickets now by visiting 1017thetruthAwards.com. Tickets are just $20, which includes free food and exclusive Truth giveaways. Join the 1017 The Truth team for an unforgettable night of entertainment, inspiration, and community pride at the second annual Truth Community Awards on Friday, February 20th at Venue 3 in Milwaukee. The Truth Community Awards are presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Gruber Law Offices, Steinhoffels, Milwaukee College Prep, Cousin Subs, Venue 3 at the 3rd Street Market Hall, and the Milwaukee Bucks Foundation.
When I was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, I had so many questions. I didn't even know that it was cancer. Now I do. It is cancer. Blood cancer. It's actually one of more than 100 different types, and they're all treated differently. Now, unlike some other forms of cancer, usually there's no tumor. You can't screen for it to prevent it, and the symptoms can look like other things, so it could be hard to diagnose. I had a fever for weeks. I was so tired all the time. I didn't feel like eating or doing anything else for that matter. And I know that this can feel scary. But if you know what to look out for, you'll know what to tell your doctor. And you'll feel more empowered to take the next steps. Like getting in touch with the people who know the ins and outs and can help with everything blood cancer related. Blood Cancer United. They work one-on-one with each person who reaches out to answer questions and offer resources. Blood Cancer United was there for me, and they can be there for you.
Go to bloodcancerunited.org to learn more.
This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
Truth Nation, mark your calendars for Friday, February 20th for the second annual Truth Community Awards presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel, celebrating individuals making a real difference in our community. Tickets are on sale now. Get your tickets.
Get your tickets.
You go to the Eventbrite. You can go to 1017thetruthAwards.com, 1017truthAwards.com. Get your tickets. We need to see you in the building, so don't wait. Go to 1017truthAwards.com now to buy your tickets today. The Truth Community Awards are presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel and sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, the Milwaukee Bucks Foundation, Gruber Law Offices, Steinhoffels, Cousin Subs, and Venue 3 at the 3rd Street Market Hall. Come celebrate with us on Friday, February 20th at the second annual Truth Community Awards Show, hosted by me, the legendary Homer Blow, along with my girl Bailey Coleman, from 5:30 to 8 p.m. at Venue 3 inside the 3rd Street Market Hall. Do not miss out on the best community awards event of the year. I'll be there, Dane be there, Bailey be there, you know.
Homer there, I'm there.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's going to be live. It's going down.
Yeah.
It's going to be our first, y'all hosting and me on the morning show. It's going to be our first one there.
That's right.
And so y'all come join this momentous occasion.
Absolutely.
With us and celebrate those in our community that are doing the work and are actually doing things. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Stacy Smitter 661. He said the problem is we give praises to people who are part of the problem, part of the gatekeeping, and organizations that's getting money and doing bare minimum for the people. The people we're honoring at this event are the exact opposite of those types of people.
That's right.
When you got Metcalf Park in there, you got all these, that's who I nominated.
You have Dream Team United WI.
When you got Melody on there, and these are people that, if you know me,
the VP of the Boys Girls Club,
I don't vibe with people that ain't in the streets.
Community advocates, yeah.
So you got to be in the streets. If I don't see you,
that's
in
right.
The streets, when I'm in the streets, I ain't in the streets as much as I used to be. But if I don't see you, and when I say in the streets, I mean doing the work.
Yeah, boots on the ground.
You can come ask me for stuff and talk to me and do whatever. But when these people, with Melody and Danelle and my people in Lindsay Heights, when all of those people come ask me to do something,
that's right.
Oh yeah, all right.
That's right. That's right.
When Traces out in Lindsay Heights and them,
absolutely.
When they
shout out to Traces and Deer, right?
Get on my nerves. He'll call me 100 times, but I know he working.
Absolutely.
So it's like
always working.
Let's make it happen. You know what I'm
him
saying?
And his wife. Him and his wife.
There you go. But those types of people, and I'm just naming a few of the people. Those types of people, when they call you, you like, bet I got you. You know what I'm saying? And so for them to be getting honored is always a good look, so it shows other people.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because that's when they do, and when you hear people say, yeah, you deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Sis, you deserve it. Bruh, you deserve it. You know, your work is impactful work, and you're doing it because you see the need. You know that there's a need, and if you are in a position, and that's what it's about. You know, you get into a position where you can help make a difference, man.
Yeah.
Greatest feeling in the world, just for yourself, whether people recognize you or not. It's like, yeah, I've been doing this work for, be like, wow, that long?
And then people that do it like that don't do it for the recognition.
That's
people
right.
Like yourself, people like me, people like other people, Melody and them, and like people I've named, Washington Park people, all my Washington Park people, Rooted and Rising, they do things, they don't do it for the recognition. They do it because it needs to be done.
Right.
And so when you give them the recognition, they may tear up because they never expecting to get that.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And it's emotional to them. So y'all come out and support those that are really doing the work and show them that the community is behind them. And so it can feed that going across the whole community. Because if I see the person that's doing the work not getting the rewards of doing the work, and that's not why they do it.
Right.
But I'm just saying, you sitting there and you watching it, you're like, why I need to do it the right way? If doing it the right way is not getting me the accolades that people are doing it the wrong way are doing it. People that are faking, people that are fronting, people that just talk, just go to meetings and sit in boardrooms and talk and do all of that stuff. I understand all that stuff has a place, but I'm not one of them people. That ain't me. I'm not finna do that. You know what I'm saying? I hate being in me. What are we talking about? Let's get it over. Boom, boom, boom. Now let's go do. And these are the type of people we're honoring.
Yeah. And again, sometimes, like when you get these unexpected, nominations or awards, it just reinstills and reinvigorates you to be like, you know what, I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
I'm doing something right. I was doing it because I knew that there was a need. I knew that a lot of people in our community, their pride won't even let them come forward. You get what I'm saying? So when you go and bring it to them, like, no. We gonna make sure that you're good.
See, that type of reputation carries itself when and going back to what we were talking about with the Office of Community Wellness, it's the same situation, right? You have someone, Karen Tyler, who's been working for the health department, been working for OVP, been working for OCW, been working as it's transitioned into what it is. She's been there. And so other people who are watching can say, oh, this is how they do. And that's because and I'm gonna make this connection, and OG Andrew can he may agree, he may not agree.
And great morning to Will.
Shout out to Will. Shout out to Will.
Yep.
Will is our shout out to Will.
Yep.
So I almost did something not supposed to do. Listen. So what I'm saying is, when I was coming up playing football at Riverside University High School, shout out to Riverside University High School, Orange and Black. We had people that went on to play at Wisconsin. One of my buddies, Ron Smith, may he rest in peace, played on the Rose Bowl team with Brian Dan and them, right? But Ron wasn't recruited. He wasn't top 100 ESPN football player. He just went to Wisconsin and worked his butt off and ended his career as a starter, right? And that trickled down to us. And then we hear about it, right? And we like, man, if you go to Wisconsin and you ball out, they gonna put you on the field. There's no hierarchies. There's none of that. Barry Alvarez, if you ball out, he gonna put you on the field. And so everybody was like, well, that's where I want to go. I want to go. And the same thing can happen in our communities and for the city as well. If somebody is balling out, then they should get that promotion. They should get that job. It shouldn't be, who who you don't know, who you've pissed off here. People should be able to set that aside and be like, but that person balling out.
That's right.
And because they balling out and they making a difference, we need to reward that, because in rewarding that, you're sending the message to those coming up that if you ball out, you're going to hit the field.
That's right.
And that's what, and a lot of times in Milwaukee, especially, that is the number one complaint that you hear. I know a lot of people that come to Milwaukee from out of town, and they come here to work, and they and they realize, they're like, man, this city's real cliquey. It's real about this and that, instead of about who's doing the work. Well, with the community awards, with what Cavalier just did, what Chevy just did, maybe we can start to change that. And we have people here who can do this work and stop looking outside for everyone else to come in and save us, when we have homegrown people that leave and don't want to be here because of the way that this city is and the way that it can be sometimes. You get what I'm saying? So I think maybe this is a foot in the right direction.
Absolutely. So again, people just understand that it's important to be able to. So get your tickets. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to end up having to hear say that it's sold out. I didn't get my ticket. Don't procrastinate. Don't procrastinate. Come and celebrate the people that are doing the work. Show them as a community and as a people that we appreciate their work that is being done. Like I say, we'll have guests in next hour, at 8:15 from Community Advocates. And again, the amount of work, some people don't understand, but you're going to learn today just how much that Community Advocates does for our city and community, and how many in different ways that they help people. Because, like I say, some people don't even understand. They don't even understand to what degree and to what length that these people have helped out so many people. Like real talk. So that's on February 20th. So you still got time to get your tickets in advance. Don't be hitting us up talking about, hey, Dame.
Nope. It ain't happening.
Blow. I know you blow.
Nope. It ain't happening.
Bailey.
No. It ain't happening. That's my
Kyle.
No. That's my Kyle impersonation.
Dr. Ken.
You got to do Dr.
No. I said it on purpose, man.
I can't do it.
I said it on purpose, man.
Wow. Had you called me 3 weeks ago when you were supposed to call me because you're irresponsible. Yes, that's you. Irresponsible. I would have given you a ticket. Yeah. How was that?
Not the best, but you know, it was.
I suck at impersonations.
And of course,
Tory Lowe. It could have been in the corner store because most of my impersonations sound like somebody in the corner store. If you know what I'm saying, I'm not being racist, but that's how they sound.
Tory Lowe.
I can't do Tory. All I can do is powerful.
That's it. That's what I wanted you to do. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. When we come back, there was a sting and a raid, and there was 18 pounds of methamphetamines that was confiscated from.
Meth.
Yeah,
and some fentanyl.
The Goodfellas barbershop.
Listen.
Gangster, we'll be black. We got to take care of some bills. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM. We'll be black.
Half of American parents cannot afford diapers. Hi, this is WTMJ's Kristen Bry. This spring, WTMJ and the Milwaukee Diaper Mission are teaming up to change that. Join me for WTMJ Cares Bowling for Babies, where we will raise funds for Milwaukee Diaper Mission. Register to bowl with us on March 7th at Village Bowl in Menominee Falls. Registration is now open. Go to WTMJCares.com to sign up. Act quickly, teams will fill up fast. It's WTMJ Cares Bowling for Babies to help the Milwaukee Diaper Mission.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
The Humane Animal Welfare Society, HAWS, believes in keeping pets healthy and families together. No one should have to choose between rent and veterinary care. The Wellness Clinic at Hawes Animal Shelter in Waukesha offers important basics of dog and cat care to our community. Pet owners can schedule general exams, sick visits, receive vaccinations, even get preventatives and nail trims. Appointments are available weekdays and can be scheduled by calling 262-542-8852. Contact Hawes of Waukesha today for your pet's care.
Dad's gonna be far side, good.
What should I do with my dress?
Do little wiggles.
The slate's coming in. What does it feel like when you're down or having a bad day?
It feels sad, like you just don't want to do anything.
All my little emotions in my head is just running crazy. I don't know what to do.
As a teacher or coach, do you ever feel overwhelmed supporting kids' mental health?
I had never experienced players being so down that they can't even participate.
He's just in tears in the huddle. I didn't know what to do.
Teachers need tons of help.
Kids Mental Health Foundation offers educational materials to help guide conversations with our students.
It's so important that we are constantly educating ourselves.
It's the same as the CPR class to me. We're trying to save a life here.
The Kids Mental Health Foundation has free tools and information developed by experts because kids' mental health starts with all of us. Scan the QR code or check out kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org to get started.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Serious truck crash? Call Gruber Law Offices today.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth Nation. Great morning. Welcome, Black. We're inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. I am the legendary Home of Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Elsie in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. True Talk text lines are open. Again, 833-212-1017, 833-212-1017. If you'd like to join us in the discussion. And right now, there's a movie, Dane, it's called Goodfellas.
Mm-hmm.
And then Milwaukee has a barbershop called Goodfellas.
So many things done wrong.
Yeah, man. Here on 44th and Center. And I see that we do have a call coming in. We're going to take that. It might be about some of our other conversation. But we're going to talk about Goodfellas trying to be the real Goodfellas, I guess. Crazy. You know what I mean? Drug trafficking.
There are so many mistakes made in this situation.
Yeah. So, but
we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we got Blake on the True Talk text line.
What up, Blake?
Great morning, Blake. Love you. Appreciate you. You hear the conversation before we get into this Goodfellas barbershop. What's your truth? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you.
What up, Blake?
Yeah. So, and to everybody on, I was trying to get, my YouTube. That's the only reason I didn't give my normal great morning shout-outs to
Blake on YouTube. But what Blake was saying is that he was giving Homer his flowers for getting the award, but he was also saying that the Goodfellas bar, he saw
barbershop,
saw the bust take place, and he must live over in the area.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying that some of the people that go in and out fit the description of what the stereotype would be for what they were eventually busted for, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what he was saying. Whether I don't think there is a stereotype because anybody can be doing anything, but I'm just saying that's what he was saying. That bust on what was it, Center? Like 44th and Center, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the borderline between the 15th district and Jackson's district, which I think is the 7th district or something, used to be Khalif district. That's the borderline.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a person that lives on their side that would call our office all of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And talk about it. Oh, we got video?
Yeah, we got the video clip. We're gonna play this video clip to bring everybody up to speed. And if you are watching this, I just need you to see what them people do. I call them the alphabet boys and girls. They went all up through there. I thought the building was condemned or something because the way that the building is looking. So if you are on YouTube, we're going to play the audio to this clip from WISN 12 News, and we're going to talk about this.
Yeah.
All right. Let's play that clip. So, yeah, shout out to. Okay, it's all good. But, yeah, we're going to make sure that we get that clip on. And we're going to have time to talk about it a little bit now, and then we'll talk about it more in our first break.
When it starts playing, I'll stop talking. What I was saying was that is the borderline. So in my previous job, I received calls about this barbershop. You can play it. I'll shut up. I ain't that way. But I'll be back talking again.
I'll be quiet, then I'll talk again.
Law enforcement, that's according to people who live in the area. It happened near 44th and Center between 6 and 7 o'clock this morning. News Shopper 12 flew over the scene just after 7 o'clock and saw shattered windows, a broken door, and debris scattered outside. Neighbors say this building operates as a mix of a beauty shop and a barber shop. A witness tells 12 News they saw officers removing items from inside. We have reached out to Milwaukee police to confirm their involvement. We're still waiting for any details.
That is, it freeze frame. We could freeze frame just on that look of, man, they went through there.
They went all of it through there.
They went through. Take me through there. Take me through there. Like, we got it up on the YouTube page and our Facebook Live and 1017 The Truth. Remember, when you are on our YouTube, hit that like and subscribe. Hit the bell.
Look at that. The doors hanging off, the windows.
Facebook, like and follow.
They went through
man.
They threw stuff. So they was expecting some type of pushback because the way they went in, they broke out the windows,
Yeah.
stuff in the windows,
Yeah.
and so they were expecting, it to be wild in there.
Yeah, so, this is 44th and Center.
Were any arrests made, or they just got the dope?
Yeah, no, they did arrest some people. They did arrest some people. But, so, and apparently it was a coordinated effort because they hit like maybe 6 other spots as well.
Oh, so this was a...
But in this one, they got 18 pounds.
So this one is connected to the other spots that they hit up?
Yeah,
Listen.
with a part of, I guess, their enforcement or undercover operation or sting.
If you're running a drug operation, I would probably stray away from naming it
Goodfellas.
Considering that is,
associated with
the mob.
And
the movie is about a dude that was selling dope.
Right.
He shouldn't have been selling dope and went to jail for selling the dope. And he's looking up at the helicopters and all of this stuff. That's not a good way.
Yeah, man.
If you're using this spot as the stash house for your dope, which apparently it was, if it had that much dope in it, maybe it was just passing through there and they raided it at the right time, then it would seem to me that you would have the businesses be all up to point, right? All up to par, which wasn't the case with those businesses. Because I would get complaints about people parking the wrong way on the street and just leaving the cars there, people going in at 2 or 3 in the morning. And the callers would be like, they're not getting their hair braided at 2 or 3 in the morning. And I'm like, I agree. You know what I'm saying? So we have been sending these things over to MPD. So if MPD was involved, they've been knowing about it for a while. And they always say, we're working on it. And they can't tell us, right?
Right.
And in this case, you see, they was working on it. And they did something. They did something about it. If they were connected to this, I would assume they would have to be.
Yeah.
It wasn't just the feds.
But my thought process with that part, man, and it's always been that. I get it. We're working to try to build the case, this, that, and the other. I just be looking at the victims of circumstance while they're doing that. Because as long as those drug operations are continued to be able to allowed to still operate. Somebody out here that may have killed somebody to get the money to get drugs. Somebody that they feel like may have shorted them, may have killed somebody or shot up somebody's house to get the drugs. Somebody's mother, father, son, daughter, grandparents might have OD'd while they building this case. And I'm like, those casualties are too much, in my opinion.
The butterfly effect of these drugs that have been.
Yeah, man. So that's
it's
always
affecting those all the way down the line.
And the people in the community that late nights they steadily calling saying they pull up all times of the night. They playing their music loud. We see girls out here dancing on cars.
And those are the calls I would get.
Okay.
And so if I was whoever is running this operation, that wouldn't have been the case at the stash house.
Right.
The stash house is quiet. You're going to make it a stand-up business. I'm going to be a part of the community.
That's right.
Whether this is, Stringer Bell didn't have the dope at the copy center.
That's right.
The wire.
That's right.
It was never there.
That's right.
I'm not going to do that at whatever is my money laundering place, whatever it is. They made so many mistakes that I'm not a drug dealer. I've never been one. I watch a lot of TV. I know people that have done things. These are things you don't do.
Right.
And so for them this is what happens in these situations.
Right. Think about what methamphetamine has done to our community.
You got meth.
You understand what I'm saying?
And maybe they selling meth in the outskirts and they're thinking we're selling this in other parts of because I don't know too many people that do meth. I've never seen that. That type of thing done, but I'm sure it happens in the city. But that's more of an outlining thing, right? Where people do meth. So maybe they thinking, we got the meth here, and we got the dope out there. So we're smart. We're not gonna be connected to. Come on, man.
Come on, man. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. When we come back in the beginning of next hour, we're going to continue on with this, and we want to hear what you think, Truth Nation. 833-212-1017. That's our Truth Talking text line. We're talking about the big drug bust that happened on 44th and Center here in Milwaukee. We got to take care of some bills on Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM. The Truth will be black.
This Black History Moment is sponsored by Educators Credit Union and Tayback Law.
Dr. Gladys West, the mathematician who helped shape modern GPS, has passed away at 95. Born on a Virginia farm during the Jim Crow era, West excelled academically and broke barriers at the Naval Surface Warfare Center. Her work transformed satellite data into accurate Earth models, laying the foundation for GPS technology used globally today. West's legacy lives on in every navigation, flight, and smartphone, a quiet pioneer whose impact changed the world. Dr. Gladys West's story is one of perseverance and innovation. Let's honor her legacy by pushing boundaries and inspiring future generations. Rest in power, Dr. Gladys West. Your work will forever guide us.
This Black History Moment is sponsored by Educators Credit Union and Tayback Law.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage, because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
70 million people in the U.S. have learning and thinking differences, like ADHD and dyslexia. Each has their own story. This is ours. At first, I thought it was just a phase. Then schoolwork became a struggle. Emotions got bigger, and my kids started falling behind. I felt alone, like I was lost in the dark trying to find answers. Then I learned about Understood.org, a nonprofit empowering parents and kids like us. It was like we had a light to show us the path ahead. Whenever new challenges came up, their guidance helped us figure out our next step. We still have tough days, but now we have direction. And I have the tools and resources I need to help my child thrive. No matter where you are on the path, Understood can help you keep moving forward. Visit understood.org/yourpath today.
Get the truth and nothing but the truth with Sherwin Hughes every weekday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on 101.7 FM, 1510 a.m. WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Check it out one time.
Troop Nation, great morning, great morning. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. I am the legendary Home of Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Elzy, in the building.
If you were supposed to be at work at 8 a.m., you're late. You're late. There's no excuse for that. You should have got up. You shouldn't be still listening to us while you're getting out of your vehicle right now. You need to be at work. Like hashtag that part, at work. So if you're not at work and you're listening to us right now, because I'm on my way. You late?
You late.
I just need to let you know that. We're talking about this big drug bust that ended up happening. And I said the Alphabet Boys and Girls. Some of those Alphabet Boys and Girls was DEA.
Yeah, you was absolutely right. So the DEA came in there along with the Waukesha County Sheriff's Department, the Milwaukee Police Department, and the West Allis Police Department. So like I said, they had the meth in the city because they was probably selling
Stash house.
They were selling it in the suburbs. That's how you get Waukesha involved and you get West Allis involved. And they selling it out there to those, a lot of people that do meth don't look like us. So they're selling it out there. So they thinking it's safe in the city because it's far away from where they're actually selling this work. But still, you come on, man. Come on, man. You put it in a barbershop. You put it in place that has high traffic. That's where you're going to put your dope.
And where people talk.
Right, and people seeing it. It's on a major street, and people seeing what's going in and out, and this, that. Come on, man. Mm-hmm. That was bound to, and they might have been doing it for a long time, but it was bound to fail because, you know, they not that any of that stuff should be successful.
Right.
But I'm just saying, come on, man.
Yeah, man.
And then if you listen, y'all, and then to all the drug dealers out here that may listen, that wake up early in the morning and listen to us, if you're gonna be a drug dealer and you're gonna get this money and you're gonna do the things that you do, watch New Jack City or something like that. Learn how to not get caught. And then also learn to because I've said this before, a lot of communities have taken illegal activities and funneled it back into you got the Kennedys, they was running booths. You got all of these, you know, different communities that have done things and funneled it back into their communities and built up some. Y'all just get money and then just go buy belt buckles with it. Go do all of this other. If you're gonna get this money, do something. Send a kid to college. Do something with it. If you're gonna hurt the community to get this money, at least do something with it. That's all I'm saying. If you got 18 pounds of amphetamines, of meth, what are you doing? You know, what are you doing with it? You just being greedy with it and you just putting it away. You know, buying this and that and Maseratis and all of this stuff.
And these people gotta know.
And if this is your neighborhood, one more real quick, this is your neighborhood, that neighborhood would have protected you had you been taking care of that neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? They would have said, I don't know what they doing in Waukesha, I don't know what they doing in West Allis, but that barbershop right here, the Goodfellas, they make sure all the kids have back to school clothes. They make sure all the kids have this and that and that. I don't know what they doing, but they make sure we taken care of.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. So, and in this situation, again, you're talking about a community and other people who are getting pinched because they've been doing some raids. Bro, they went in on, I don't even know, I think it may have been a barbershop or something, right on the corner of 27th and Burleigh, next to that T-Mobile or whatever cell phone shop is on the corner. It's a couple of other businesses on 27th Street going northbound. That one building, man, they went in there and it looked at just like how the 44th and Center Street barbershop look. They came in taking out windows and everything.
That's that DA action.
Man, they went in there. So and you got to remember, like, sometimes all of that stuff might be connected.
It is. It probably is. And because Milwaukee's not big.
And people don't want to take that time, man. They get to hearing about, hey, look, this is going to be Fed time.
Well, once them fans kick in the door, it's going to be a lot of talking that's taking place.
You just had a new baby, didn't you?
It's going to be a lot of talking.
You know what I'm saying? Your baby will be 25 when you get out.
It's gonna be a lot of free Cokes and burgers in them interview rooms because they about to be talking. You gonna see how tough they are.
He there. You know,
gonna see.
Yeah.
Let me get another one of them cheeseburgers. And so-and-so was over there too. And yeah.
I'm just telling you, people say one of the old school sayings, man. Why do 10 when you can give it to a friend?
Yeah. That's and let me highlight the people on the YouTube line. Ryan Rowe, I hate you. Don't call me an idiot ever in your life. But what I'm saying is, I'm not telling them to sell drugs. I'm telling them if you're going to do it, this is the right way to do it. There's no right way to do it. But if you're going to do something, make it a benefit to the community. Whether it does, because you have to understand the history of this country. This country is based upon criminal activity. Let's be 100. Let's be 1,000 about it. They stole land from the Indians. They stole land from. They made the Chinese work. They made us do. They stole us from Africa. This whole country is based upon building up off of criminal activity. The Kennedys was criminals. Let's be 100. It was so many people that you think are well-to-do people now that started off as criminals. So don't look down on the black criminal, although it is terrible that they do it. But it is so many big corporations that started out as slave ships owners and stuff like that. So all I'm saying is, if you are going to do this, at least at the bare minimum, take care of something. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be what I'm going to take care of. Now, would you get caught? You selling it to the community? That's between you and God and the community that don't want you to do it. But dang, man, you got 18 pounds of meth in this building, and the surrounding area still got dirt and still got trash all around it.
Right.
Hire some kids to go out and clean up the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Do something.
Yep.
Is all I'm saying.
Yep. Yeah. But the biggest thing you can do is not sell drugs. How about that?
Yeah.
How about you don't sell drugs?
But if you do, because we know people do illegal things. This is not a utopian society. But if you do happen to sell some drugs, do something with the money. Don't just give it back to the feds. That's what I'm saying, man. Okay. I'm a realist up here. I understand that it's not going to be a popular opinion. Like, oh, you're saying that people should sell drugs. Oh, you're saying that that is an okay activity. No, I'm not saying that. Mm-hmm. It should never happen. We don't want drugs in our community. We don't want it here, but it's here. So if it's here, it's just like weed. People be like, weed is bad. Weed is terrible. But now that they made weed legal, they getting taxes from it. It's okay. Right? 10 years ago, I know people that got F's on their report card for weed, and now it's legal. And they still got this F.
Why do I hear Future's why do I hear the gotta move that? Why am I hearing that in my head?
No, I'm not saying do that. I'm saying, and I would never say that. If somebody came to me and said do that, I'm like, no, don't do that. But if you're gonna do it,
but they say if I was gonna do it.
I didn't say do it. But if you're gonna do it, then we know that part of our community has always existed in America from the time that the damn they came here and got, did whatever, the colonialists and all of this stuff. Mm-hmm. Let's face it, America was founded by criminals. They sent the criminals here. Mm-hmm. That's how we got this place.
Yeah,
the tax evaders and all that stuff. Right. And so let's not act like that's not who we are based upon and what people.
Right.
But when they do it, it's he was an aspiring what do they call him, bootlegger, and he ran alcohol across the border, and he was an aspiring he ran a gamble. Their great grandfather ran a gamble house. It's all this stuff, right? Mm-hmm. But when we do it, it's you got that by ill-begotten means and this, that, and the other. Okay, yeah, but we learned from you. This is what we learned from you. This is what capitalism has told us to do. Listen, man, I'm on my soapbox. Don't sell drugs. But if you do, man, do something with the money. Help somebody.
That part.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Got you. So for some of you that may not have understood the way that he is presenting it. So it's don't do it. But again, if you so happen to be consumed by something that you know is going on in our community and everyday life.
Listen, the plug wire and put me up on game. I understand where Dame is coming from. I remember back in the day, the vice lords on Keith used to have, they spelled Keith wrong, but on Keith Street used to have the kids in the neighborhood clean and get. You couldn't go on First and Keith. Mm-hmm. Homer, we from that era.
That's right.
You couldn't go on First and Keith.
That's right.
And act wild or do nothing.
Yep.
Because them videos over there
and all that. Yep. Mm-hmm.
was not playing about that. Now, they was an illegal gang doing illegal stuff probably, but on First and Keith, the houses was straight.
That's right.
They was giving people money to fix up houses and doing stuff. This is all I'm saying, y'all. When we started these gangs and we started this stuff, it was based upon doing for a community. And along the way, it lost its way and is now based upon doing for self. Everything is for self. All these gangs that were started, all of these things that the Crips and the Bloods and the Vice Lords and the GDs and the Foe and all these things that was started to protect the community and to help the community. And along the way, even when they got into doing illegal stuff to get the bread, it became all about the self instead of being about the community. And it's hard to connect those dots. I understand that. It's hard for the mind to be like, okay, they're doing all of this wrong stuff. How are they going to be good for the community?
Right.
But it happens. That's the great area that we live in. And that's America, y'all. I'm just going to be 100.
So, well, one of the great things is that we're about to take care of some bills, but when we return, we're talking about community, and you know, there's been so much going on with Barada and all of that. We've got so many people that are in dire needs for a lot of different services. And one of the familiar names that keeps coming up when we talk about agencies that are working to help our community and help people is community advocates. So when we return, we should be joined by Maudwella Kirkendall, Chief Operating Officer of Community Advocates, along with Shawana Lindenberg, Housing Development Manager. And we're going to talk about and have some real deep conversations. And for those of you who may not really understand what all Community Advocates does and what they're involved in, you're going to learn this morning.
Yeah.
You're going to learn this morning. So the True Talk text lines will be open, but we're going to dive in and let you know what they do. So you're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth, and we'll be black.
Tune in to the award-winning 101.7 The Truth Community Spotlight this Wednesday at 3:57 p.m. between the Tori Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. We'll be speaking with Nicole Acosta, Director of Impact Engagement at Peak, and Tyreka Barnes, a parent of students at Peak. They will discuss how your child can do summer different through their free summer programming in Milwaukee and camp in Boscobel, Wisconsin. Again, that is the Community Spotlight this Wednesday with the Kellogg Peak Initiative at 3:57 p.m. on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
We need to optimize the PID controller for smoother robotic movements.
Our data analysis shows a significant correlation between the variables in both control groups.
The test shows you experience an acute myocardial infarction.
As you'll see on the syllabus, this course will largely focus on the Mesozoic era.
Get your child the access every child deserves. Enroll your K through 8th grade child by February 28 at Milwaukee College Prep, mkeprep.com/enroll.
Day 1, diagnosis day, the hardest day, the day you hear,
I'm sorry, this is a type of blood cancer.
But day 1 is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day 1.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all.
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 Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
Prizes, exclusive experiences, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting truthcontests.com. That's truthcontests.com. This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
The award-winning 101.7 The Truth proudly celebrates Black excellence and the most monumental moments in our history. All month long, we're honoring the voices, the stories, and the achievements that have shaped our past, empowered our present, and continue to inspire our future. Tune in for Dr. Ken's Trivia, spotlighting powerful facts and moments you need to know, and Tori Lowe's Our Voices, Our Stories, amplifying the youth, perspectives, and lived experiences that define who we are. Tune in all month as 1017 The Truth lifts up the legacy, the brilliance, and the power of Black history, because Black history isn't just history. It's happening every day. 1017 The Truth, celebration of Black History Month, is proudly sponsored by Educators Credit Union and Tayback Law.
Welcome back to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 FM The Truth. We're inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue, and we are getting our guests situated, so we're going to continue a little bit more about this drug raid that was going on. And like I say, the Goodfellas Barbershop was not the only place that was raided on that morning, but of course, with it being one of the places right in the heart of the inner city, it surprised a lot of people. But I think some of the people around there, I'm sure unfortunately, they weren't surprised. They probably knew that it was a little bit more, because some of the people were talking about, people pulling up at this time of the morning and all of that, like, what kind of haircuts y'all doing? You get what I'm saying? And then when you think about a lot of the crime that happens in that area, Dame, it's like, why, who would have people coming over here at this time? And it just wasn't. It was all the wrong things. It
was dumb from the beginning. And selling drugs is not smart anyway. It's you're already stepping into something that in most cases doesn't end well. A lot of people want to be that they think they're going to be that one that leaves the game unscathed. Those cats are unicorns.
You're much smarter than the crooks on Miami Vice, right? As Ice-T said in High Rollers. You're much smarter than the crooks on Miami Vice. For those of you, even they tried to do a reboot. So for some of you, you may not know what Miami Vice was, but again, it was based in Miami, and where it was coming in on planes and boats and all that, yachts and all that kind of stuff. And they would get caught. You get what I'm saying? And I'm talking about, they had high profile, like for real. When you think about like Griselda and all of those people, like that were just living like they wasn't selling dope. They were, I'm talking about buying mansions, having these big elaborate parties and all of that. And
not doing no laundering of the money, just having money. Having so much money, not knowing what to do with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's real. I know we've talked about things like that. And like in the movie Bad Boy, the dude said he had so much money, he didn't know what to do with it. The rats was eating his money.
Right.
That is not fake. People, that's how much money they get. That's why I say, if you're going to get this money, do something. You just being greedy, but you can't even launder all of this money. You know what I'm saying? It's impossible to do. But a lot of times people go into this game, and like I said, they think they're going to be the unicorn that never runs into law enforcement, that never has to do a bid, that doesn't exist.
Right.
When you sign up for this, you know what you're signing up for.
And they just waiting on you. That's it.
They waiting on you to get big enough to make it so that it can be something for them in most cases.
Yeah, we've had people here, even in our city, that were indicted and convicted, and they never touched the dope. And they ended up getting just circumstantial evidence.
Because somebody's going to say something, especially in Milwaukee.
Yeah, and they were sentenced to like life.
Somebody's going to, because the conspiracy stuff, somebody's going to say something, somebody's going to do something, and you think you insulated and you've reached this point, but they're just waiting on They're just waiting on you. Because it's unless you just stop completely and just get out the game at some point.
Yeah.
But who does that? You know what I'm saying?
It's haters.
And those who do it, it ain't too many of them that get to that point and be like, man, I'm done.
And they go and retire because it's an addiction. Yeah. And that's what some people that get into the game don't understand and look at. Just talking to, and may he rest in peace now, but a brother that was in the dope game. And I was like, man, like, what is the infatuation with it? Like, why have you continued? And he said, listen, Blow, because he knew. You're like, yeah, I know you don't do none of this, that, and the other. But he said, when you get into it, at first you'd be like, you know what, I'm going to just make me a nice piece of money, and then I'm going to just stop. And then it's like, if you got a girl, be like, man, I don't want my girl driving my car, so I'm going to just go on and flip some more and then get her a nice car, blam, so we get a nice house. I got my car.
Nice.
And then he was like, man, I got to get my mom up out of here. So let me go on and get her that brick house that she always wanted. And he said, it's a never-ending thing. You always find something else. And the longer you keep going into that, you become addicted to selling.
They just love
drugs.
to hustle.
And
like Mitch and Paid in Full.
Right.
I just love to hustle, man.
Right. So, and it's like what he also said is like the amount of money that you are able to make. You feel what I'm saying? The amount of money that you can flip in so little time. It's like, okay, then I do this and I do this. And he said, before you know it, you done been in it for so long. You done been in it for so long that it's just a second nature. My son. I want to make sure I do something for him. My daughter, I want to make sure I do something for them. And it's always that next level. And then they get addicted to being looked at as a Nino Brown when they go out to bars or lounges and clubs. And now all of a sudden, couldn't afford to go to the Super Bowl. Now we going to the Super Bowl. We got a suite. I'm bringing my guys. It's a whole big old thing of them doing all of that. And he just said it's just addicted. So, and a lot of people don't even realize that you can become addicted.
You can become addicted to that life.
To that life and selling drugs.
You can become addicted to the like you just said. I think most importantly, what you just said is the feeling of the importance that it brings to somebody when they moving all of that dope and they getting that money. The importance we have placed upon money in our community is that, okay, now he's getting money, and so regardless of what he's doing, he's getting that money,
right?
And he's now a stakeholder in our community. He's now important because he's getting money when he probably, unless he's doing the things that I'm saying, shouldn't be looked at seen.
That's right. That's right.
He should just be seen as a parasite because you're just taking away from the community and you're not giving anything back to the community. Just as bad as everybody else that comes and takes from us and takes from us and takes from us and not gives us. But regardless of that, I understand what you're saying. It's the like I was saying, Paid in Full. It's the love of the game, the love of the hustle.
Yep.
Like as an MC, I'm not out here chasing being, getting a record deal and doing this stuff, but I still write them rhymes.
Right.
I still got bars because I love it. And when you have that love for making money,
it's an addiction.
When you have that love, and that's on. I got a verse where I'm talking about a song where I talk about the cat that came up in the street and his addiction to making money, and the cat that came up in Wall Street and their addiction to making money. How the same addiction to making money causes the same type of issues and problems at the end of it.
And this is why the song by the late Notorious B.I.G., Mo Money,
Mo Problems.
Mo Problems. People think that when they get that money that it's over. Nope, you move into a whole new tax bracket that you don't know nothing about. And if you ain't got a great accountant, you're not going to be taken care of. Then you're going to get tax evasion. You're going to get all of this stuff, man.
You're doing all of the same. So like in my song I was saying, and shout out to my cousin Has, Papa Hun, I compared the two, right? You got, like I said, you got this guy who came up and similar to what you saying, he wanted to get a house. He wanted to get out the hood. You got the white guy who went to a mid-level Big Ten school, or he went to an Ivy League school, but he wanted to get his mama a house. His daddy was telling him, you ain't nothing if you ain't got this. The drug dealer daddy, mama's telling him, you ain't nothing because you can't provide for your kids and provide for your family. So you get those dualities, and at the end of the song, they both going to jail because they've done something illegal to get more of it.
Right.
The addiction of it drives you to get more.
Yep. We got to get ready to take care of another set of bills, and our guests are here, and we're going to, when we come back, we will have our community advocates guests here in the studio on Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. So y'all prepare for that. Blake, we see you, but we got to get ready to transition. Our guests are ready, and we will be talking with them when we return. And we'll be taking your questions as well at 833-212-1017. We'll be black.
Join me every Friday at 11 a.m. for the Milwaukee Experience with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee. We're a city that knows how to celebrate, where the calendar is packed with festivals, the plates are piled high with flavor, and a lakefront sunrise sets the stage. Here in Milwaukee, every street leads to something worth savoring, a place that welcomes you with open arms and where joy is shared in bites, beats, and cheers. The Milwaukee Experience every Friday at 11 a.m. exclusively on The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee.
Many of our most important memories are made at school. But for children like Victoria, the classroom can be a place of fear and isolation. She wore a bandage over her cleft every day, too shy to speak, too afraid to smile. Everything changed after one life-transforming surgery made possible by Smile Train. Today, Victoria's smile lights up her classroom, a symbol of confidence, connection, and new beginnings. Due to stigma, children with untreated clefts often miss out on school entirely. But thanks to Smile Train, students like Victoria are stepping into the classroom, raising their hands, and finding their voice. Smile Train partners with local experts to support with free cleft surgeries and other comprehensive care, empowering children to thrive in school and in life. Let's help every child walk into the classroom with confidence. Visit smiletrain.org/learn.
Metastatic breast cancer, or stage 4 breast cancer, happens when cancer spreads beyond the breast to other parts of the body. About 168,000 women are living with it today, with Black women at a higher risk due to various factors. Research has led to treatments that help manage the disease and improve quality of life. The Everyday Counts study explores how nutrition and exercise coaching can support women with metastatic breast cancer. To learn more about the Everyday Counts study in Milwaukee, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu. If you or someone you know has stage 4 breast cancer, please encourage them to call and enroll in this valuable study. Again, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth Nation, great morning. Welcome, Black, to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM, The Truth. And you know, me and my brother,
MC Dame Elsie,
a lot of times when we be having conversations and conversing with each other, talking about different things that people complain about, be like, hey, so I don't know, where do we go? What's the name that we come up with, Dame, a lot?
What do you mean?
When we say, when they call it in with their problems.
Yeah, we say call community advocates.
Right. So it's like, but I guess we need to also find out what all community advocates does.
Well,
so
we know because we send people over there. But the community,
some of them, because some of them may call them with things that they don't deal with. You know what I'm saying? Be like, oh yeah, because they said that you gonna help me because I just had, I got 5 kids, right? And then I just had a new baby because they said, so now y'all gonna put me in another house because I just got a new baby. And it's like, because so now I got 6 and my rent, they talking about if I stay here that it's going to go up another $1,500. So I need to find out. So I can call community advocates. Like, what you might need to do is to go see another specialist and help that it can take care of something so you won't have to keep putting yourself in that situation. But we got Maudwella Kirkendall, who is a part of, and the chief. See, so, it's one thing when you get some people to come in, but when you get the chief, you know what I'm saying? The chief operating officer of Community Advocates, like that's big, because he can answer a lot of these questions that we may have. And then when you have the other beautiful queen that is in here as well, Shawana. Now, is it Lindenberg or just, see? Got it. That boy good. That boy good. I knew the first name, great.
We're preaching right now.
I'm just saying.
In the pulpit.
I'm just saying. You're going to learn today. So, first of all, great morning, and thank you for coming to Truth in the Morning to help some of the Truth Nation understand what it is that community advocates do and what type of situations that people may be going through that, yes, this is a call for us. Yeah. That other call you're talking about, that's not for us. We only can do the best that we can do. So give a little history of yourself, Maudwella.
Sure. Like I said, Homer Blow, we appreciate you. I didn't say that because you've been supportive for a very long time. So
thank you.
I've been with Community Advocates for 26 years now. Started off in the housing department, working with city building inspector to force landlords to make repairs on property. My plan was to be there 6 months, and again, 26 years later, I am still here because although it's taxing sometimes, it doesn't feel like work.
That must be where I know you from, because I worked for DNS for 15, 17 years.
I'm sure that's where it is.
That must be it. That must be it. I was a building inspector for 15
there. Yeah, I was down at the office on Water Street.
That's what I was like when you walked in, I was like, I know him, and that must be it. Okay, bet.
Definitely. So yeah, I just love doing the work, love being able to support the community, and we'll continue to do that as long as the community will have us.
That part. And Shawana, tell us a little bit about you and how long have you been involved with Community Advocates, and what are some of the roles that you have?
I have been at Community Advocates for 17 years. I started in a capacity similar to Maudwella, working with the Department of Neighborhood Services, building inspectors, and then eventually moving into the housing department management role. But July will make my 18th year.
Wow. We're going to get to one of these things that I know is going to take a little time.
See, that's institutional knowledge right there, though. That's what we talk about a lot, is having that institutional knowledge. And y'all both, 26 years, you started the same 2001?
99.
Yeah. So you older than that. So so what it is you have that institutional knowledge, and you are as well as want to have that institutional knowledge that sometimes gets lost when they bring in people to work those higher up positions. You came up, and so now you're at the top, and you're working up, and you know how to get things done. And you've always said, if I get to this spot, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that, and I'm not gonna do this, and I'm not gonna do that. And it works, right?
Oh, yeah.
So congratulations to both of you and what y'all doing for the community. We appreciate that.
Thanks.
So, Maudwella Kirkendall, Community Advocates has a powerful mission centered on helping individuals and families meet their basic needs, right? And from your perspective, what makes this mission especially critical in today's environment?
Yeah, again, you think about today's environment, people are feeling hopeless, helpless. And there aren't a lot of supports out there, just from a government standpoint, which, again, we don't want people relying on those, but I think in a time like this when we really need them,
that's right,
the supports aren't there. And so I think it's critical for us to continue to provide support, as much as we can with the limited resources we have so that families can live in dignity. Because, again, without that hope, all things go to the waste.
Now, Community Advocates operates through 4 key divisions. Can you walk us through those divisions and explain how each one plays a distinct role in supporting the community?
Definitely. So our main division would be our Basic Needs Division. And so when we talk about our Basic Needs Division, that encompasses our housing, which Shawana runs, healthcare, disability, and utility department. And with the utility department, we serve about over 30,000 households a year. And helping seniors make sure they can pay their utility bills, helping to make sure if their furnace goes out in the wintertime, we can replace or repair those free of charge. And people don't know that, so we want to make sure we highlight some of those things.
Yeah.
The other division, our Milwaukee Women's Center division. Some time ago, we partnered and collaborate with STC on a shelter that they were going to close down, and we couldn't allow that to happen, so we took that over some time ago. So we have a shelter. We do domestic violence programming for men, so men that may have issues in their past and maybe battering their spouses. We have programming for those individuals to kind of help them deal with some of the trauma they faced. Because oftentimes those men that are battering have been in that situation or witnessed that as a child. So we have programming for that. We have children's programming for the kids that have witnessed some of this domestic violence.
Wow.
And so we're doing that, and then also drug treatment. So we have programming for women specifically that may be facing addiction issues or substance abuse issues at our Fond du Lac location.
Excellent. So y'all deal with we both DNS. So y'all have worked with that. So you deal with the housing issues. But we've seen recently with the landlords issues with Barada and all these different places. How does community advocates in working with DNS, and I know, but how do y'all go about helping those tenants who get displaced from these situations and those tenants who need assistance? How do y'all step in and help?
So it's happening, thankfully, a lot less than what it used to happen, but it's still happening. It's still happening, and sometimes on a larger scale, like you mentioned, some of the larger buildings. So when that happens, it's a lot of people at once. But we're still offering the response that we always have, which is to go out to meet directly with those families so we can kind of assess who's in the household and what resources they have available to them, as well as to explain to them what we're in place to do, which is offer relocation services. We do have funding to help individuals kind of resettle into new homes when that happens. But as you know, that's a process, right? They have to actually find a new landlord, to find a new place, to find something that's suitable. But we do take the necessary steps. So as I mentioned, we still go out to those units while that's happening to offer that assistance and kind of soften the blow, kind of help people think about, what resources do I have to me right now immediately, and then also explain and give the resources that we have available. And then we will make sure we inspect that new unit before they move into that new unit. We want to make sure that it is something that's going to be safe and suitable for them and their family before they make that transition.
I want to bring up, and people, I know y'all about to be shocked because I'm going to say the B word, but it's Barada. So it's not the B word that some people might be thinking about. but some people might call that Barada. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So in that situation, there was an actual lawsuit from the state against Barada Properties. And as of late, we've been hearing about even more egregious complaints that have been coming in about these Barada-owned properties. So with that, the settlement, like, what did the settlement do? And why are some of the people in our community still having to deal with some of these egregious issues?
Yeah, and just to provide clarity, the settlement was not related to the current issues, which are repairs and displacement. It was more about the practices that were being conducted when he was purchasing properties. And this is how that settlement started. And so as a result of that, DOJ and Barada came to an agreement as to what the settlement would be. So and my understanding is he didn't accept blame for what happened. It was just they agreed to a settlement. And so part of the settlement was that, and again, we don't work for Barada. We don't work with Barada. We're administering this program on behalf of DOJ for the community. So we don't have any relationship in terms of us working with Barada. So our relationship with DOJ and DATCAP. And so part of the settlement was, I think the largest part, and this is kind of the controversial part, is that individuals, he was required to give 300 units to the community at based upon income-based units. And so typically individuals are paying $900 for his units. He's not required to give up 300 units at 30% of the person's income.
So he had low income requirements for
300 units for 3 to 5 years.
So like LIHTC, like when they do low income housing, they have to give this based upon whatever your selling is and whatever it is you do, that's what it is. And so he had to do that. Even when they properties that wasn't LIHTC properties, they required him to do that.
Exactly.
Wow,
so he has to give 300 units to the in this program, essentially. And so we have people that are, $1,000 income, you have Social Security, SSDI, you don't have a lot of income, you're only paying $300 for rent.
Okay.
And heat included in some of these units. So again, I know we've had issues with heat. The other benefit of this program for us is we are part of the process. So again, we make sure the property's up to code. If there are any issues during your tenancy, we have one person that's designated to work to ensure that those issues get corrected.
Wow.
DOJ required that Barada hire someone that will work directly with us to ensure when there are issues, we have a contact person. Because I think one of the issues you hear about is like there isn't one responding to our need for repairs. We have someone that we call right away.
Okay.
And again, that's kind of part of that process. And then we're just making sure that, if the rent is $300 because their income is that's what you're charging for the next 3 years.
Wow.
So
you've been real quick. I'm sorry, Homer, because this is building inspection stuff. So you've been with the city. You've been with community advocates 26 years. So you remember a time when building inspectors were dedicated to a property owner, and it's similar. It sounds like DOJ came in and said, "You going back to that? You're going to have one person that you're going to have deal with all of this stuff," and that sounds great. That sounds like what we need.
Yeah, and it's just a microcosm of, again, he has, there's 8,000 units, or whatever it is out there. This is just for these 300 units. Now, keep in mind, Shawana and her team also, in concert with DNS, if there are issues with the other units that he has, Shawana and her team can put people in rent withholding, rent abatement, which you may know.
I was going to get to that. I was going to get to that.
And when we come back, Shawana, we want to hear about that. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. I'm your host, the legendary Homer Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Elsie.
And we got Mark Weller Kirkendall, and we got Shawana Lindenberg from Community Advocates. We'll get back to this conversation on the other side.
Need a way to hype up your day?
Hello, is this Shirley?
This is she.
Shirley, you are our Gruber 5K giveaway winner this quarter. Congratulations.
What would you do with $5,000?
Going to look at buying me a pickup truck. That will be some of my down payment.
Stay tuned into 101.7 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
I love you guys.
City Conference season is coming down to the wire, and we have a battle of two of the top teams in the City Conference Gold Division. Tune in Thursday night as the Milwaukee Hamilton Wildcats go on the road and look to knock off the top team in the City Conference, the Milwaukee Juneau Pioneers. Tip-off is set for 7 o'clock. The City Conference Game of the Week on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com is sponsored by Milwaukee Public Schools and presented by Gruber Law Offices.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage, because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
The award-winning 1017 The Truth proudly celebrates Black excellence and the most monumental moments in our history. All month long, we're honoring the voices, the stories, and the achievements that have helped shape our past, empowered our present, and continue to inspire our future. Tune in for Dr. Ken's trivia spotlighting powerful facts and moments that you need to know. Also, you can tune in to the Tori Lowe Show for Our Voices, Our Stories, amplifying the youth, perspectives, and lived experiences that define who we are. Tune in all month as 1017 The Truth lifts up this legacy, the brilliance, and the power of Black history, because Black history isn't just history, it's happening every day. 1017 The Truth celebration of Black History Month is proudly sponsored by Educators Credit Union. Welcome Black to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 FM The Truth. I'm the legendary Home Blow along with my brother,
MC Dame Elsie.
And we have powerful people that are in the studio from community advocates, of course, Maudwella Kirkendall and Shawana Lindenberg. And Dame was talking about a point, and I wanted you to come and kind of address that. Just give a touch-up of where we stopped off. And
we were talking about rent abatement, rent withholding, and the things that you do in connection with DNS that benefits most tenants, that people don't even know that they can use or have these tools to their advantage. So fill them in, tell the people about, like you were talking about how we, in the break, y'all, we recognized that we had worked together in the past on some DNS stuff when I was a building inspector. Y'all know my story. I was a building inspector for 17 years. So I realized I've worked with both of these wonderful people. And so tell the people, like, when it comes to a situation like the frozen Barada building and things like that, how community advocate steps in those gaps and fills those gaps.
Yep. So we are able to, like I mentioned, when we get those calls from residential code enforcement inspectors and we have to go out, we will assess the situation and see what services and resources we can provide for those families or individuals in those situations. But it doesn't always come to that. There are steps that can be taken in between there. So you mentioned rent withholding and rent abatement. Rent withholding happens through the City of Milwaukee, through the Department of Neighborhood Services, and tenants have to be approved for that program. But if they are, or once they are, then they're able to make their rent payment into an escrow account. Essentially, that money accumulates, and then repairs can be made and paid out through that escrow account. Or the alternative would be for the landlord to say, hey, I'm not getting any rent right now. I better go ahead and make these repairs. Right. And if they submit those receipts, then they can be reimbursed through that rent withholding account. And then before that happens, tenants can also sign up for rent abatement, which basically is just that the building inspector has gone out to the unit. They have acknowledged that there are some open code violations that need attention there. And so our state statute allows for tenants to abate or reduce their rent in cases where that's the situation. So we will kind of help facilitate that for tenants. So the rent abatement piece is handled by community advocates.
Yeah. So we definitely like to encourage individuals before you call the building inspector, make sure your rent is current.
That part.
So that the landlord does not use that as a way to get you out. So
right. I used to always tell people that when people call and make complaints, I'm like, make sure you pay your rent.
That's right.
Now they're going to be on
That's
you.
right.
Pay your rent, yeah.
Pay your rent, and then we can get it. Well, I don't want to pay. No, pay your rent, because if you don't, they're going to put you out, and I can't defend you at that point, because we have mechanisms to defend them, but you got to be up to date on your rent.
Yep, make sure you let your landlord know that the issues exist. Don't,
Right.
Just
absolutely.
And then, right.
Yeah, because some people just think that, well, I'm just not going to pay, and then when they find out, oh, you just created a bigger problem for yourself, and now you want to call community advocates. Well, because they say it, and I ain't gave them their rent. Okay, so, well, do you still have that money? No. I spent it. So for those who are listening who may need assistance, Shawana, or who want to support the work, what should they know, and what questions do you most often receive about accessing housing services?
Access basically is we get all of the questions, especially for tenants that may have some barriers, right? They have previous evictions, or they have maybe a criminal record or not so good history. So those tenants experience blockages on occasion. So we basically are just encouraging folks to stay encouraged, get educated, know your rights, and then we're providing those listings of the more challenging housing. So we do have a list of landlords that we know will accept tenants that may have previous evictions. We also have a list of landlords who we know will accept tenants that may have criminal records.
Okay.
Excellent.
For you, Maudwella, when we're talking about the community advocates and the things that you are in charge of, or community advocates as a whole is in charge of, how is partnerships, how do you carry out your work and the partnerships with businesses and nonprofits and local leaders? How do these collaborations strengthen the outcomes? Because we mentioned that fact that with Barada and in that lawsuit that now they have to have a direct person from Barada in contact. But how does all of these other businesses, nonprofits and all of that, does their work help community advocates?
Yeah. That's a great question. One of the things you talked about when we started is that people refer everyone to community advocates. Go down to community advocates, go down to community advocates. And we don't do all things. And we understand we can't do them well, and we don't try to. And so having partnerships with individuals that do the other stuff,
right,
we can make that warm transfer. Because the one thing that's very discouraging is somebody come to our office looking for services and we say we don't do it and we don't have anything for them. They just walk away, and usually they just go home and just kind of just wait till that the landlord or something has happened
to the other shoe drop.
Right.
And so being able to have those partnerships helps us make those connections when we can't do something for an individual. So we partner well with the city of Milwaukee, Milwaukee County, the state of Wisconsin. When you go through the list of partners, I mean, it's widespread. And the thing about me, and I think when you talk about when I got in this role, one of the things I want to do is make sure we had great partnerships. And that's with everyone. I don't, there are people I work with that I don't necessarily agree with their philosophy, but they're doing good work, or they're doing the work in a way that's helping the community. I want to work with those individuals. And so I think there's oftentimes a lot of silos in our community. Oh, I don't like what they're doing.
So that's the theory. So as you was coming up the ranks, you watching it, and you saying, man, we too busy in silos. We too busy. So and when you got in that position, you was like, I'm going to eliminate these silos, and I'm going to create the bridges for these partnerships for us to expand and grow better.
Definitely. And then also the other thing that we talked about, our CEO, Andy Elliott, is, she also came up in the ranks. She's been there for 30 plus years.
Wow.
Is helping smaller nonprofits that don't have the infrastructure kind of get their footing. And so oftentimes they're doing great work in the community, grassroots organizations doing great work in the community, but they can't afford the insurance. They can't afford the infrastructure for like financial reporting and things of that nature. And we provide that for a lot of smaller nonprofits.
Wow.
That are doing work. So around sex trafficking, around lead poisoning, we have a lot of small organizations that and we don't talk about this because, again, one of the things that we don't do and we don't do well, and it's intentional, is that we don't brag about the work that we're doing. We just want to do the work.
And that's crazy. That's what we were talking about earlier.
The Truth Community Awards, you know what I'm saying? Talking about the unsung heroes that are doing the work, and some people just don't realize that all of the work that you are doing and some of the behind the scenes that it's like, oh, well, we ain't trying to put this out there, but yeah, we kind of champion that cause. And I think that's what's so important about you and your team at Community Advocates, understanding the needs of the community, understanding a lot of the problems that are going on, and where people begin to just feel helpless and say, I don't know where to go. And it's like, well, you know what? We got something for that. And if it's not Community Advocates directly, we have the resources. So it's like Community Advocates 211. You know what I'm saying? So if it's something that we don't, we definitely have referrals. Would that be a correct assessment?
That's exactly what we do. And that's exactly what we've been trying to do. And we continue to broaden that, again, with those services that we don't do or don't do well. And we would just continue to partnering.
So how does a smaller nonprofit, and I just wanted to get this in before we have to get over it, how does a smaller nonprofit get in contact with you all who are doing that work, and so that you can help them? Or do you go to them, or do they come? How does it work?
I mean, typically they're coming to us because, again, they have opportunities that they find out they can't apply for because they don't have
They can't get the grants. They don't have the
right.
So y'all serve as a fiduciary
fiscal agent.
There you go.
Yeah, for a lot of smaller organizations.
Oh, that's really, now that I do understand. Working coming from the Common Council and doing all of that stuff, a lot of times people want to do the work, but they don't have the infrastructure to do it. So you provide that infrastructure for them to go out and stay in the streets and do the work that they need to be doing.
Exactly.
That's powerful right there.
How many people come to you and say, look, I had my money, but I lost my rent check. Can y'all help me? What happens when that happens?
We can't do much with lost or stolen money, unfortunately. But if there is a documented loss, then we can certainly try to help those folks out.
Okay. Yeah. All right. What would you like to leave us with? I'd like to give you both an opportunity to leave something with the listeners and tell them how to get in contact with you.
So there's a couple things. So the Barada settlement, there are other benefits that individuals that are in the properties can take advantage of. If you're behind your rent because you had a loss of income, we can help you forgive a month of your rent. Wow. People don't know about that, and it'll clear their slate. If you want to move and you're not far behind, you're a month or less behind, you want to get out of the property because you don't like it, we can get you out of there. No judgment against you. No, if you owe a month's rent, we'll wipe that out. Lease. We can help you break the lease and not pay or owe anything, and help you moving cost. Wow. So that was part of the settlement as well. So I just want to make sure people are aware of that. There's over $1 million sitting, and I want the community to know that's there. So take advantage of it.
That part, Shawana.
Just know your rights. Educate yourself. Communicate. Listen. Call us. Ask questions.
What's the number and what's the website?
Our number is 414-449-4777. Our website is www.communityadvocates.net.
We thank you and appreciate for everything that y'all are doing because, me and Dane, we definitely know how important community advocacy is, and we will continue. And we're so happy that Truth Community Awards is going to be able to recognize the community advocates for just all of the hard work and dedication. So we got people fighting for us, y'all.
Yeah, we absolutely do. And thank y'all for all the work y'all do, all the work y'all been doing for decades. And we'll continue to do. Knowledge, and I know about it. So when I tell y'all that they've been working, please believe me.
We're celebrating 50 years this year.
50 years. That part. That's that dedication and commitment. Everybody don't have it. So for y'all to be in this, and I know they stress the hell out of y'all. So, but but you ain't got the Barack Obama look, Manuela.
Oh, it's coming.
Yeah, I see it's coming, but it ain't there. All right, we got to get ready to wrap it up. The award-winning Truth with Sherwin Hughes is up next on 101.7 FM. Thank you, Brother Dame LZ, for a great job and great show. Thank you, Will. Thank you, OG Andrew, our producers.
Shout out to Bailey.
And thank you, community advocates. I'm the legendary Homer Blow. We're out of here. I'll be black.
Peace.
The award-winning 101.7 The Truth proudly celebrates